Jesus.
Welcome to Models Talk. Let's talk about it.
Yes. This is your girl Zaharraa Geyhanna with Models Talk. How y'all doing out there? Welcome. We have a special guest tonight. And look, this girl here, I need some of her black beauty magic, black bold beauty magic, and bald magic to sprinkle some of that dust over me, honey. This is Miss Sandey
Jesus.
Greene, y'all. Welcome,
Thank you.
Sandy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How you doing, lovely?
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're more than welcome, my love. I love the fireplace in the back.
Thank you.
Yes. Give me a little flavor right there. Look, you got some fabulousness going on, Miss Ma'am.
Thank
Yes, you
you.
do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a multitude of city proclamations.
Ooh, I do.
How many do you have?
Altogether now it should be like 30.
What?
Yes.
30 proclamations from your
Yes.
city?
Yes.
Do they have a Sandey Greene Day? That's
I wish. I need one. It's from different mayors in my city.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just excited about what God is doing, because without God, none of this would be possible. None of this would be possible.
Amen. I'm excited about what God does in my life on a daily, sweetheart. I got this wonderful show and this platform to be able to allow you all to come on and do your thing. And baby, I am so appreciative and so humbled by it, because all of you all's testimonies just touch my heart. And yours is no exclusion to that. And I am just in awe of what you've accomplished in a short period of time.
Yeah, in a short period of time since 2022.
I know.
Yes.
Look, you were a model at one time.
It still is.
You still got it. Go on with your bad self.
Because you know,
Georgia.
I joined TLA as well.
Did you really?
Yes.
That's
After
Tina
seeing them
Bridges.
on your show and y'all talking about it, I did my research. Yes.
Come, girl, give me some.
Yes.
Welcome to TLA. Congratulations with Tina Bridges, an awesome person, and they do a whole lot.
Yes.
And baby, it is real with the TLA. Are you gonna come and do the what is it, 40 plus show?
In June.
Ageless Beauty.
Yes. I already have my flyer. I'm gonna post it after we get off. Yes.
Girl, stop playing with me.
I have my flyer.
All right. And so, how has it been for you as an alopecia sister modeling? How has that been for you?
It's been difficult in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But once I allow me to take me out and allow God to do what He wanted to do, it became so easy. All of these years, I was trying to do what I thought was right.
Mm-hmm.
But
What do you mean by that?
Wearing wigs, weaves, not revealing the real Sandy, hiding behind alopecia, wearing all these wigs, all these different things that now I'm embracing it, and I'm glad. But before, I was trying to hide it. I wasn't ready to show the world who Sandey Greene really was.
And what made you do that, Sandy?
I'm just tired. Looking in the mirror, feeling ashamed. And I had shaved my head the year prior, but it was without God's permission. And the next year, I came to Atlanta and I bought this platinum blonde hair I wanted, and I was gonna put it in my head. And I looked in the mirror and I looked like Homie the Clown or George Jefferson, because I had no hair here. It was clean. I had hair around here. And I just started crying. And God said, like I'm talking to you, He said, it's time. I'm like, it's time for a what? and he told me to shave my head. I don't know where I got the razor from. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
But I remember turning the water on, shaving my head, um, no cream or nothing, just shaving my head. And every time I stroked my head, it felt lighter and lighter and lighter. And so after I finished, I got myself together, and because my children or grandchildren had never seen my head, so I took pictures, put on my face, took pictures, sent it to all my children and my grandchildren. Nobody said nothing negative, because if somebody was going to laugh at me, I wanted to be my children and my grandchildren. And
Mhm.
once they were positive, nothing else mattered.
Yes, for
Nothing else
family.
mattered. My village was my protection, and they were happy. And still to today, if I wear a hat, my younger grandchildren will take it off.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, isn't that wonderful? Well, when I put on a wig and I'm doing a show, or I take some pictures or something and send them to my grandchildren, yeah, Mimi, that's not you.
Yeah.
Mimi, that's not you.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, baby. Well, if I take it off, it's Mimi underneath. Okay.
Yes. Because see, I'm like you. I don't only wear wigs for a fashion show, but once it's over, it's coming off. Not once I leave. Once the event is over,
I
it's
got you.
coming
I
off.
got your beat, sis. I'll snatch it off on the runway.
I can't wait to do that. I can't wait.
Girl, I reveal the whole truth on the runway.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like that sister. Well, she did it after I did it. I did it years ago, with snatching my wig off and revealing my baldness. I'm not bald by choice. Even though I have psoriatic arthritis and
Yes.
I had psoriasis all in my head because I have lupus. And so having the psoriasis in my hair, my hair would fall out in chunks, just in chunks. And
Wow.
so when I turned 40, I came from under the wigs and I was really sick. And I went to the barber and got clean. Went and did a
Wow.
photo shoot right afterwards. Took my
Yeah.
children. We went to one of them star people, where you had used to be in the malls, and
Yes.
you go in there and get your pictures taken. That's what we did.
Oh, wow.
And I was 40 years old. I am 60 years old, so I've been bald 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am. So what about you? Were you diagnosed as a teenager, a child?
I was in my 20s,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know what alopecia was. I did not
Okay.
know. All I know is I had soreness in the top of my head, and it would burn like all the time. But it didn't matter because my hair wasn't coming out. But once it started to come out, and then it really started to come out, my mom, my husband, and my son died within 3 years. So
Oh,
from the stress, it really started to come out, especially with my son, because he was hitting kills by a drunk driver. So
oh,
it
girl.
really started to come out.
Baby, I am so, so sorry. I know that you're part of MAD,
Yes.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And you have something in honor of your son.
Yes. And his
Okay. And what is
organization
that
is
called?
it's called Ron, and Ron stands for Righteousness Overpower Negativity. His name is Ron Rodriguez, and that's the name that God gave me in
Mm-hmm.
2010.
That's fabulous. And what do you do with Ron?
I go to different schools talking about underage drinking and driving.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a honor. I love it because the
I know
children
you do.
embrace me.
Mhm.
A lot of them will come to me saying that somebody in their family died of drinking and driving, or somebody in their family caused a crash. It's not an accident, because an accident is something that you didn't think that was going to happen. You had no clue. This is a crash.
Mhm.
He knew something was going to happen. When you drink, the guy that killed my son was drinking, driving, and smoking. So he knew something was going to happen. But I had to forgive that young man.
Mhm. I know that had to be difficult.
It was difficult if I had planned to do it, but when God do it, it was not. The day that my son was killed, I had to go to the funeral home to identify his body.
Mm.
And when I got ready to go inside the funeral home, my phone rang from a number I didn't know, and I answered the phone, and it was a detective. And he said, he was asking me questions and told me that the guy was in jail and telling me different things. And he said, is there anything I can do for you? I was like, yes. I said, can you go tell the young man that I forgive him? And he yelled in my ear. He was like, what? I was like, yes. I said, can you go tell him I forgive him and call me back and let me know? And he did call me right back. And I
Mhm,
said, did he have any remorse? He was like, no. But I had to
mm,
get that off of me.
mhm,
It
mhm.
wasn't about him. It was about me because I knew Sandy would have lost it.
Right. God knew Sandy would have lost her.
Oh yes, it had just buried my mom and my husband, so it was difficult.
Girl.
Yes,
And this happened within a year's time or
3 years.
3 years.
And
That's what I'm
today
saying.
is actually my birthday was yesterday, and today is actually the date that my husband died.
I'm so sorry, Sandy. I'm so sorry, sister. Bless you.
Thank you, thank
Now,
you.
may I ask, what did your husband pass of?
He was in the military, and per se, he died of a heart attack. But still to the day, I really don't know. He was only 30 and he had just got back from Iraq. And my children had gave me a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And he got sick. And then everything just went downhill from there. So it was around like he started to get sick on my birthday. But by the time they pronounced him dead, it was like at 1:34. So it was the 19th.
Oh my God. Mm, mm.
That's why I don't have time to play. I
Baby,
am so serious about
baby.
life.
Mm. And you are walking a path of righteousness, my sister, that I have not seen before.
Thank you.
You know, and God has really ordered your footsteps, sis.
Whew. He have.
You
He
know,
have.
and I am so proud of you. I am so
Thank
proud of you
you.
for walking in your truth.
Yes,
You
it's
know,
not
so
always easy because when God has ordained a path for you, it's the devil's job to try to, he would try and trip you up. And I've been there before, but I am now, there's nothing nobody can do to me. I don't even argue with anybody. I can't even tell you the last argument I got in. If you say I said it, I said it. If you say I did it, I did it. My path is on God and
mhm,
God only. I'm looking to God for everything.
and he's going to give you everything, but by the
Yes.
grace of all that's greater than ourselves.
Yes. So I'm just
Yes, sister.
excited about life and the doors that he has opened. I never thought I would be a author. No, no,
That's
not
another
me.
one of your wonderful accomplishments I was going to bring up. So let's talk about that. Talk about that beautiful book.
Well, I have a book. My first book was called Crown.
Mm-hmm.
It was released last year. And then my second book was the pre-order started yesterday, and it's a children book about alopecia. And I'm just so grateful because I didn't ask God for this. I
Mm-hmm.
was asking God for simple things, but
Oh,
God is bigger than simple things. So I'm just embracing what He's doing. I'm smiling, and sometimes I be like, I just can't believe it. Out of everything that I've been through a lot. My life has not been easy at all,
well,
but
we're going
God
to
is
talk about
still
that.
blessing.
Okay, you got to the book. What is Crowned about?
Crown is about my alopecia journey from the first day I got diagnosed, the good, the bad, the ugly, battling the different deaths, still battling alopecia, the ins, the outs of alopecia, the different diagnoses, the things that I was feeling while going, with this thing called alopecia, the pain, the suffering, the embarrassment. Um, Although I dated, no one ever seen my head. I was too embarrassed. No. So I wore wigs, weaves, braids, whatever I could to cover up the fact. So I would always say, I wanted to date somebody that's real and gonna be real with me. But I wasn't being real because I had a secret that
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want nobody to know.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm, mm, mm. Did you ever reveal yourself to the men you were dating?
Oh no, no.
Oh,
Now, of course, but no, goodness. And see, I haven't dated in years. Since
mm-hmm.
I shaved my head, I have not dated. Um, I had to learn this Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to give all my time to God because I had, I did the relationships, didn't work out. So I wanted to do something different. And I said to God, I'm going to give you all of me, not some of me, because before I was giving him a little of me, not all that he wanted. I was giving him what I wanted him to have. So
Mm,
now that I'm not dating, I'm just open to whatever God say. And if
mm-hmm,
the ride, now do I get lonely sometime? Of course.
mm-hmm.
But am I gonna leave God? No, ma'am.
No, no.
When he have somebody for me, and then I'm open to that. But until then, I don't, if I start getting lonely, I get a book or I start looking at gospel, listen to ministering. I have something spiritually that I can feel that whole with, and not nothing negatively.
Mm, girl, it takes strength, baby. It takes strength to be able to put yourself in that position and hold steadfast for your
Yeah,
God.
I'm proud of myself. I am so proud. I'm so proud of myself because it's been years. Is it worth it? Yes, ma'am.
But look
Yes,
what you've
ma'am.
been able to accomplish with being within yourself and
Yes.
recognizing you
Yes.
in this whole, in the midst of this whole thing, and what you're capable of bringing to the table. You
Yes,
know, you
ma'am.
got a special spice you bring it to the table, sister.
And I love it. It's because, you know, living a hard life the way I did, I was molested, I was raped, all these negative things growing up. And I felt like no one loved me, no one cared about me. I was just thrown to the wolves. And as I got older, I started dating. It was the wrong people. Um, it was just hard. So I never thought I look for love in the wrong places. I'm gonna say that. And then
Mm-hmm.
I met my husband, the best thing that ever happened to me. And when he left, I felt like I was thrown back out there.
Mm.
I was left alone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I started that cycle all over again, trying to date and was the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
But when you allow God, when you allow God, I never thought I would be here. I never thought I would be a part of my life where I can say, I don't want to date. I'm not having sex. I'm not doing anything that I used to do. I don't drink. I don't smoke. None of the things that I used to do, I don't do anymore.
Wow. That's
No,
powerful. What you
no.
just said is so powerful. And so many women need to hear that because
Yes.
you're not allowing your illness, because alopecia is autoimmune.
Oh, yes.
You know, so tell me about alopecia.
For
I
me,
need to know more about alopecia.
I have alopecia areata.
Hmm.
I have CCCA.
What is that?
And my
What is that?
CCCA and my alopecia starts here in the crown of my head to here. And my symptoms started with burning. My scalp used to burn only in the top all the time. I would go to the salon and get my hair done. Before I got home, I was taking my hair down. However I was doing my hair, I had to mess it up because it would burn so bad. And that's how mine started.
Mm,
I got the creams, I got the injections in my and work. The injections gave me migraines very, 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 very severely bad. So I did it for I think I did like 5 or 6. I know I didn't do any more than 10 of them. But when I left the doctor, she gave me the shots in my head. Before I got home, I had to pull over because my head was hurting so bad. I would get a bad migraine. So I'm pulling over on the side of the road trying to get myself together because I feel like I'm about to pass out. So it wasn't worth it. Alopecia for different people, their symptoms are different. For me, I just couldn't believe I was losing my hair. I had long, thick, coarse hair,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
long hair. So I never seen myself being bald. So when this thing called alopecia started to attack, it just took me for a loop. I was suicidal. I went to a psychiatrist. I was taking medicine because it's my hair.
mm.
For some Black women, your hair is your joy and pride.
Or
And I
crying.
was already dealing with the deaths in my family. Now I'm dealing with my hair coming out. So it was something else built on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was suicidal. I
Girl,
had to go to a psychiatrist.
well, personally, I believe in psychiatry. I go to a psychiatrist too,
Hmm.
because I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Mhm. Yes, and I go through severe bouts of depression.
Yes.
Sure do.
And it's
And
true.
um, this is not about me. It's all about you, sis. But I can empathize with you. And
Yes,
that's why
ma'am.
I'm saying that, because I don't think our people know when to go to see and seek help. I think that we are too busy going to Auntie May, Uncle
Yes.
Lou, everybody and their brother, the best friend, and we're leaving it on their doorstep, but it's not healing us.
And a lot of people that we would go to, I'm gonna say we because I did it before, are cuckoo. I was always told if you go to a psychiatrist, you crazy. No,
Hmm.
ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I had to go when I feel like there was nothing else I can do.
Hmm.
That's why you have to be led by God and know when God is directing you to do things. Because I wanted to die because of my hair was coming out. And when someone would ask me, because of your hair, you can say that because you have hair.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's different than getting your hair cut because I wore short cuts before. But when your hair is coming out, it's a different thing. And then you
Hmm.
battling different things already. It was a lot for me. It was a lot.
Did the stress actually start your hair coming out after your son passed?
My hair had started coming out way before then, but
Oh, really?
after then, it really started to come out. It started to come out in patches and to the point where I couldn't cover it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard. I just couldn't believe looking in the mirror and thinking about Homie the Clown and George Jefferson, but still trying to think of something you can do to hide it. When I would go to the pool with my grandchildren or whomever, I was wearing wigs. Make sure I had got a lot of glue on them. They was not coming off, and it was hard. I was very, very depressed. I was very severely depressed.
Mm, mm, mm. What brought you out of that?
God, giving everything to God. Stop trying to handle things myself because myself got me deeper and deeper where I thought I knew everything or I can do it this way or that way. No, when I just gave everything to God, stop doing everything that I was doing that I thought I needed to satisfy my flesh. Um, I had to surrender,
I
and
totally
it was the best
understand.
thing.
Yes, I totally understand that. When well, as a model,
Mhm.
it is a movement
Yes,
that is happening with this change of being very inclusive of people, all sizes, all shapes, all
yes,
heights. Bald, not all bald, hair down to your butt like Lady Godiva. Um, uh, Older,
yes,
you know, because younger has always been in, but older has never
yes,
been in. But there is a movement when it comes to us bald sisters
yes,
and people with alopecia, people with autoimmune diseases that compromise the growth of their hair or body hair or eyebrows or eyelashes or whatever. There is a whole movement now of being seen. And I think it's about time.
yes,
It's about time to be a part of the inclusive crowd.
yes.
And
Because
now you're seeing more and more. And I mean, we even have the bold, bald, and beautiful pageant now.
yes, yes,
Yeah. And there are two of them.
yes,
And there will be more, I'm sure.
yes. And the pageant is so awesome.
Have
That
you
was
done
one of
it?
that was the best thing. Cause you talking about the one with Katina?
Yes.
Ah, I will be there this year. I'm just excited. I'm not gonna be in the pageant.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm a pageant person, but I will
Girl,
be
stop.
there. I
Stop.
will be there. I'm one of the judges.
Uh-huh.
So I will be there and I'm so excited that she chose me. It's the doors that God has opened that have me smiling like this. It's the doors that He
Girl,
is
you got my
opening
face
for me.
hurting.
Yes, and alopecia is hard. One of the because I have my own alopecia group as well, and it's called Don't Stare, Just Ask.
Yes, it
Hashtag
is. I was going to
alopecia.
ask you about that.
And the reason why God gave me that name because the first thing people do is stare at you. And when I asked God for a name after he told me what I had to do, not what I needed to do, but I had to do. I'm like, I don't even have a name. And he was like, don't stare, just ask. And I was like, okay, okay. And it's just awesome. The youngest little girl in my group, her name is Coda. Coda is 6 now.
Oh.
And that's my baby. That's my baby love. And she's totally bald.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of months ago, her mom had put on Facebook that one of the kids snatched up her scarf.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I cried like a baby. I was mad. So after I calmed down, I called Coda mom. I was like, I want to be the advocate for Coda, which I already am. I said, can I call her school? She was like, yes, ma'am. I called the school. I talked to the principal. She was very nice. So they allowed me to come to the school and I wrote a coloring book for Coda. I wrote it and designed it myself.
Oh,
And I
right.
gave it out to the children and I talked about alopecia.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and how was receptive were they?
Oh, the kids loved it. I think the parents loved it even more.
Wow. Because
Yes,
they do have children in school now with cancer
yes,
that are
yes,
totally bald.
yes.
And what you're doing, what you have done is it's eye-opening. It's far-reaching and wide-reaching. And baby, which I'm surprised, I guarantee you it will be on the bestseller book.
I
Okay.
just love helping people, and I did Coda coloring book. Think it took me like a day and a half. I just sat there and thought. I got the pictures together, and
Mm-hmm.
I did it because and she didn't even know it. She did not know. We planned it like that. When she walked in the building and seen me, she calls me Auntie Sandy, and
Mm-hmm.
she ran to me with smiling, and I was like, "Look, Coda," and I showed her the coloring book. You should have seen her eyes. Yes,
Yes, yeah. I know she was beaming from ear to ear.
yes, yes.
Oh, that's good. What grade was she in?
First grade.
She's in first. That's
Yeah,
what I.
first grade. Hmm.
So the first graders, you made them a copy of the coloring book.
Yes. Well, I sent it to the school,
Mm-hmm.
and they made copies. They made the little small books, and the kids colored. We talked about alopecia. It's like I know Coda, and it was just I was sitting there, about in tears
Mm-hmm.
because the kids wanted to learn because I
Mm-hmm.
work at a school as well.
Oh, okay.
And so I had to tell the kids about alopecia and why I'm bald. And they
Mm-hmm.
can tell you why I'm bald, what alopecia is. They'll tell you, don't stare, just ask. And I'm like, wow.
You starting the movement, sis.
Yes.
You starting the movement. Now we need
Yeah.
to get your book in the educational system.
Yes. That's
Get
what I'm
your coloring
trying to
book in it.
do. I
Yeah.
talked to the mayors. It's in the libraries here, in the public libraries. And I talked to my mayor, and I got to have a one-on-one with him to see how can I get it in the school system for the children.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that wonderful? Now, are you thinking about doing another coloring book for the kids?
Oh yes, I already have. I
Oh.
have already. I just got to get them printed out. God be downloading so much stuff in my mind, and I'll be doing it. And so when somebody asks me for something, all I have to do is print it out. I already have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now I'm working on my alopecia walk, which
Mm-hmm.
is September the
I
20th.
was
My
gonna bring
fourth
that up.
one. Yeah,
Yes,
my fourth
ma'am.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. How long is your walk?
I don't know how long the park is. It's a big park, and
Mm-hmm.
this is my third year having it at the same park because it's beautiful. And we walk, we talk. The girls from my church dance,
Mm-hmm.
and I have different food out there, different downstairs just ask items out there. I give away bags. We talk, and it's just so nice. It's so nice.
Do you find sponsors like
That's
for
what I'm gonna do
Valentine's?
this year. I have to do it this year. I've been doing it all myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I said this year because people always ask me, well, why didn't you ask me? I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
So I
I say
do have a
closed mouths
sponsor list,
don't get fed, baby.
ma'am.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
I know. And I do have my sponsor papers already done. And I am going to do it this year because I want to make the kids smile. I'm going to give away clothes. Because it's going to be school gonna start back already, but it'll just be started. So I'm gonna have a table with clothes on there, so the kids can have clothes and have school supplies. Cause this it's not about me.
Mm-hmm.
God will use whomever He want to use, but I'm open to it.
Right.
So I want to make sure the kids have everything they need, and not only the kids, the people with alopecia, not only alopecia, any kind of hair loss, whether it's cancer, lupus, whatever it is, they are welcome.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. Are you with any organization there that specialize with alopecia?
I have a lot of friends, a lot of alopecians. One of them is in South Carolina. Her name is Janice Evans, Alopecia Social. She has an alopecia school. Yes,
What?
she had a sister have an alopecia school. Yes, and she just got her doctorate.
Oh, right.
Last month I believe it was.
Yes.
Yes,
Look at my sisters. I'm so
I'm
proud of
just,
y'all.
and I'll be at her event in September.
Uh-huh. Now, is she just opening the school or has it been
No,
open?
it's been open. I don't know how long it's been open,
Mm-hmm.
but she just opened up one in Virginia as well. So
Fabulous.
she's the founder, the president, and I'm like, come on, girl.
Come through. Come through.
Yes.
Do you have a alopecia community service organization as well?
Yes, for with my alopecia group, we feed the homeless. That's one of my favorite things. That's one of my favorite things to go out, and because I'm no better than anyone else. Because at any day I can be well. A lot of people are. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm not three three paychecks in advance. No, I'm not that at all. So
Mm-hmm.
I love to go out there and talk to people. Take clothes because when we go, we take clothes, we take food, we take toiletries. Then I try to find out anything else they need. And one of the ladies that's with me, she don't have alopecia, but she sponsor anything I need, clothes, food. She is right there. And her name is Tamika Campbell. She has everything that you can imagine you would need. If she don't have it and I need it, she's gonna get it. So
Wow.
having somebody like that is amazing. She go to the food banks and get us food so we can give out. I buy food with my own money. I take my grandchildren out there with me. They love it. Oh yes, they're gonna learn.
Community service is a key.
Yes, I love it. I tell you, it's nothing like it.
What do you wish for alopecia patients, alopecians as you call
That we all can be on one accord.
them? Mm,
Um, that's one thing. It's so many different groups out here. It's so many honestly, so much brokenness in some people, not all the groups, in some of them.
mm,
I wish we can all just get together, do things together as a whole, like a big march, like when Martin Luther King was marching in Selma and Birmingham, he had the people with him. Let's get together and march. Instead of trying to be divided, let's come together. We can do more together than we can divided.
yes. 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 Absolutely. I
Yeah.
think that would be part of the next step with your mayors. You know,
Yes.
get your mayors together, get them, go to each one of your mayors that have given you that proclamation and
Mhm.
let's celebrate together as alopecians, cancer survivors, lupus,
Yes.
you know, anybody with any illness or disability, all come together as one and unite and march.
That is awesome. My mayor in Birmingham, what he did last year was he turned City Hall blue for a week. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
how
I went
wonderful.
down there and took pictures like every night. Yes.
Mhm. How wonderful was that?
Yes.
Baby,
Yes.
what you
I'm
gonna do
still
with all the
blushing.
proclamations?
Now,
What you gonna do with all those proclamations
well,
that you
what
received?
I did is I laminated all of them so they don't get messed up. And I just keep them. And when I'm talking to people, I sometimes I have them on me, depends on where I'm going, and I
Mhm.
show them a proclamation is not something that you can easily get either.
I know.
It's not always easy, but when you're doing things, because I've been on the news several times, I'm talking about alopecia, I'm trying to bring awareness, and for the mayors to be right there and to be on my side is awesome, especially like the Birmingham mayor and Fultondale, where I have my alopecia walks right there. It's just, it's exciting because I still sometimes can't believe that it's me that
Just
God is
saw me.
using. And now I'm with TLA. I'm just excited.
And I am
I'm so
excited for you.
excited.
What are you expecting from TLA?
For them to help me be a better person as far as my modeling, just communicating with different people because I'm not in Atlanta a lot. I'm learning.
Mm-hmm,
Sometimes not even being not even being in fashion shows or event, just to come there to watch,
mm-hmm,
to
mm-hmm,
look, to be a cheerleader for my sisters.
mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing. The sisterhood. I don't always have to be in something to be there. I
Right.
want to be that big cheerleader because when it's my turn, I want somebody to come and cheer me on as well.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And
And they do a lot. Oh my God, they do a lot.
they will do that. You got the right group. You
Yes.
know, you really have a great organization you're going to be working with.
Wow.
I'm very happy for you. Fantabulous. You know,
Thank you.
welcome. Now, in your modeling journey,
Yes.
what are some of the tips that you would give people that are insecure?
To be yourself. Um, think more of you than you would ever think you can do or you can be because sometimes we think I can't. Just keep doing it and you will. But if I sit here and say, well, I'm bald, I don't want to do nothing, I'm not going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to push yourself, you have to encourage yourself.
Mm-hmm.
um don't be embarrassed of who you are, even if you don't only. I don't been in places where I'm the only bald person. Embrace who you are. Walk in the room with your head up high. That's what I do because people are gonna stare anyway. Walk in the room with your head held high. Don't look down because when you're looking down, people know it's something wrong. Hold your head up, you smile, you even if you're talking to yourself mentally, they don't know what you're saying. You have to like encourage yourself. That's the biggest thing. Encourage yourself. Be who you are. Don't try to be someone else. Be yourself because see, I'm already taken. Can't nobody be Sandey Greene. You can duplicate me, but you cannot be me because
No,
I'm already taken.
that's right.
So just be yourself.
Yes, I agree with that. As a model, what are you expecting from the industry?
To allow me to show them who Sandey Greene is, who Sandy Marie Greene is,
All
to
right, Sam.
allow to for them to even help me build me up even the more
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not standoffish from that. I want you to show me, to help me, to encourage me, and let me do the same for you. But most importantly, allow me to be who God created me to be.
Mm, powerful. Are you willing to be a brand ambassador?
Oh yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because I had a dream and kept having this same dream over and over again with my face on billboards. And I don't know what billboard it was, but I kept having this dream. And I know this dream is gonna come true. I just feel like it was God preparing me. Let me
Mm-hmm.
sit up, preparing me for
Yes,
greatness.
ma'am.
Not for goodness, for greatness.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. And let me tell you something. Being on a billboard, sister, it feels so good. I've been
Go
on
on, beautiful. Go on, beautiful.
3 of them.
Oh
Baby,
my gosh.
when I tell you, when you see that thing pop up,
Come
and my
on
mama
now.
was with me to see it,
Yes.
oh my God.
Oh, see,
Mm.
I don't have my parents anymore.
But you can take some of your grandchildren, your
Yes.
somebody with you and watch it come up.
Oh, you got me excited because I sometimes when I'm struggling with something, I was like, if my mom was here, she would say this. So
Mm,
although my mom was not here, she's my biggest supporter because my
Absolutely.
mom would say this, she'll say this, and that's how I get through things. Of course, with a God, but
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, what would my mama say when I'm feeling this type of way, or I just don't think this way will work. I'm like, what would my mom say? What would she
Mhm.
say? Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to go because she's actually probably whispering in your ear anyway.
Like, girl, I don't believe it's you. I told you you can do it. 'Cause my mom would see no way out of no way, but she would tell us, oh, yes, you can do it. Oh, yes, you can. Then I hear her in the other room crying or praying, but she wasn't gonna say, girl, you can't do that. Yes, you can do that.
Amazing. Uh,
Yes.
There's some wonderful people to have in your life. I tell you, and when they're gone, you miss them like all get out. I've got friends who
Yes.
lost their mothers, and I truly feel, I feel a heartwell felt kinness to you because I can't imagine what that's like. So I can't empathize with you, but I can sympathize for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I have my support. My village is I have 4 children, although one is deceased, and my 9 grandchildren. So the support is awesome. It's awesome.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how do they feel about you modeling at this age?
Oh, they love it. I only have one daughter, and she's my twin with hair,
Mm-hmm.
and she love it. My daughter buy probably 75% of my clothes.
That's amazing.
She like, Ma, I bought this. She'll say, Ma, I bought this for me, but I ain't like it, so you can wear it. Yeah, right.
Mhm.
The tag's still on there, Kira. So she buy a lot of my clothes, a lot of my jewelry. My daughter buy, or my granddaughter. She'll see something like, Gigi, I got this for you. I'm like, wow. So I'll be excited.
Well, basically, they're gonna be dressing you for the next ball you go to.
Ooh, I'm so excited. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have known what TLA was.
Girl, stop. You
I
would
promise. I never heard of it until I
have.
was listening to your show.
Thank you so
That's
much.
how I found out about it, and a lot of other things. You're so encouraging. So let me flip the table. Let's talk about you. You are so encouraging. I watch your interviews. The way you speak. Your properness is just so amazing. I have never heard you downplay a person.
I never.
And that means so much because I watch now. Before I say yes to be anywhere, I'm
Mhm.
gonna watch you, and I just love.
Yes.
I love it, and I want to thank you for being who you are and open up doors
Oh,
for me and a lot of other models as well. Because
oh,
baby,
thank you.
you are the queen. You
Oh,
know you are a queen, and I'm just so thankful with TLA for the age.
mhm.
Our age, we still able to walk that floor. Oh
Girl,
yes,
girl. And I try to. I'm 60, and I try my best to represent for 60 plus.
and you do.
Baby, I'm still stepping in my 6-inch stilettos. Sure do. Had on a pair for a photo shoot the other day. Yes, ma'am.
See, I'm 57. I was 57 yesterday. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
still celebrating, and I'm just so grateful. I watch your pictures. I'm like, wow, who is that? Before, I seen your podcast. I'm like, who is that lady? Because you just kept coming up on my news feed. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, who is this lady? Then I start seeing your podcast. I start watching. I'm like, oh my God. Fierce as she can be. Oh my
Thank you,
goodness.
Andy. Thank
You
you so
are
much.
a
I,
light
I
to a lot of us.
by that. I truly am. And I truly appreciate it because sometimes I don't feel worthy. And I know that God's got me and
Yes.
I am worthy, and if I could touch one person and make a difference in their life, then I've done what God wants me to
Oh,
do.
yes.
And I want to touch a multitude of people and say, look, you can be anything, anywhere, at any given time that you choose to be. You have to walk in your path and believe in the Lord Almighty that He's got your
Mm-mm.
hand and guiding your footsteps because He laid it before you were even a itch in your daddy's crotch.
See, and
Oh,
that's awesome because I
okay.
know during Black History Week, I gave my children assignment in school, and it was
Mhm.
to look up a Black history person and to write about them. My children got together. This was when I was doing fourth grade a couple of months ago. They got together and they all did a bio about Sandey Greene. I'm like, what? I have all their papers. I still have everything.
Oh,
They got my pictures off the web, and that's what I want for my grandchildren, my great great grandchildren, my great great great. Even when I'm dead and gone, they can go on the web and see something positive I did, not nothing
exactly,
negative.
Sandy.
And I'm grateful.
Exactly. That's what I love. I love the fact that we have over 100. Lewis Jones, my producer, my director, my friend, we have over 150 episodes on YouTube.
Wow.
Okay, and we've been doing this for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in June, and we're like at 165, maybe 170 now. And I am so proud and so
Mhm.
humbled that he chose me to be the face of Modelz Talk. This was his brainchild, his baby, and I'm just supporting what his vision was, and I'm trying to make it come to fruition. And
Yeah.
for you to say what you've said,
Mhm.
as far as this has helped you, touches me dearly. It really does. And I am humble and appreciative of what you have said tonight, Sandy. Thank you.
Oh yes. If think about this. Some people didn't want to be a model because of their size. See, you smaller, I'm bigger because of
Baby,
their
I'm 208
size.
pounds. Why are you playing?
Look, because their size, their age, their hair. But then you step and you talk about things you experience and talk about TLA and these different places that accept us, that give it. If it wasn't for you, there's no way I would have known about. I had never heard about them. But the way you was talking about them and the other ladies you had, I was like, let me look up this group because I'm 57, well, 56 in, and I know I'm plus size and still able to do it. But I just know that any door that I walk in, I know God has already walked in that door.
That's right.
And if I can't, like, we doing this interview, if I can't talk about God, then I'm sorry if this interview is not for me. So
Baby,
I'm just so grateful for what God is doing. He is so awesome. And then for him to bless you, to bless me, and blessing a lot of other people, you don't know how many people that go back and watch, like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it.
exactly.
And that's me. I'm
Do it.
like, okay, I'm gonna do my research and find out what they talking about. And
Mm-hmm.
wow. And it was so opening. I didn't have to lie and pull teeth and be somebody I'm not. I'm Sandey Greene and I want to do this. I want to show you this.
Let me
One of
see.
the things I'm proud of is I'm in a magazine.
Push it up to the screen. Let me really get girl Sandy, grandson, girl. You better go. Go with your damn
Yes.
self.
I'm this is God to be in somebody's magazine.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes.
then God is so awesome. And then I just want to show you
Oh, look at that, Sandy.
some of the pictures of me. It's
Yes,
all
ma'am.
God.
Look over that shoulder, baby. That's right.
It's
That's
all
right. Go to the
God.
head down.
Yeah, it's all God. And I'm just sometimes I look at my pictures and I look at things and I'm just so amazed. Even like when I'm at church, ladies come up to me like, I love the way you dress, Sister Sandy. I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking, I'm just dressed. I'm not really dressed up until I go to a fashion show. But for them to see something in me that I don't see, it's just so overwhelming because people looking at you whether you know it or not.
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Because I didn't know, and my producer had to teach me this. I did not know that I had become an influencer.
Yes.
Who knew? I didn't know. I just thought I was the average Joe Blow person that was putting on a podcast to try to help other people
Mhm.
come out of their shells, tell their stories, talk about their journeys, find some truths, make things happen for them. And this podcast is for everybody. Yeah,
Yes.
we talk about the good, bad, ugly, and the indifferent. We talk
Yes.
about
I hear. I
You
hear you so honest. You so honest because I've heard you talk, and I'm like, wow, this is what I'm talking about. I don't want no one in my circle that's gonna agree with something that I'm doing negatively. No, come on, sister, let's talk. What
mm-hmm,
you did was not appropriate. Those type
mm-hmm.
of people I want around me, and I want to be able to do the same to people. And you are a great. You're not a good influencer. You are a great influencer. And you don't know who else is watching.
I
We
didn't.
on Facebook.
I just didn't know, Cindy. I was oblivious.
Oh,
You
girl!
know, and I just do me. You know,
Wow.
I don't, I do what God has given me to do, and that's to be able to talk to you guys and say, look, let me hear your story. I want to know, inquire, and I know it's more than one person out there that
Mhm.
wants to hear your story.
Yes.
You know, because the journey with alopecia ain't no joke.
Highs, lows. It's to me, it's a little better now. When I first came out, there was no alopecia groups. It was no kind of support. It was nothing out there whatsoever. So I want to be to other people what I did not have. I
Mhm,
know what it feel like because even on top of that, I'm a medical assistant. I'm a
mhm.
phlebotomist. I'm an EKG tech. I'm a CNA. I'm a medical billing and coding. So I have medical field background as well. So some things I do know. I don't know everything, but some things I do know. But I
You
know
dangerous,
how to
girl. You dangerous.
love.
You're dangerous because you know a little bit about some of everything. That's
I
what.
know how to love. I know how to appreciate.
Yes,
I, when you
and
go through
you know
so
how to
much in
give.
life,
You know how to give. You're a giver as well.
I'm a giver. Yes, I am. I am. I
You know,
am.
I know
You
you
call that out.
of all the things I read in your bio. I can't even talk about your bio because it's so much. You know,
Yeah.
I give you bits and pieces. You know, and when I even got to the proclamations alone, I was like, well, damn, she got proclamations from this city, this, you know, and I'm just scrolling down and it's a whole list of cities of proclamations. And I'm like,
Yes.
this girl ain't stopping no time soon.
We don't know when our time is up. And I want to have everything that God said I can have. But if
Mm-hmm,
I'm lacking and sitting here and not doing anything, I would never know. And I was like that one time before. I
mm-hmm.
didn't think I can do some things. But like I said, I gave myself totally to God. Totally, not some of me, all of me, every bit of me is given to God.
What would you tell sisters out there, Sandy, from the model standpoint of view, from the activism standpoint of view, from the executiveship that you have with your businesses, from
Mhm.
your entrepreneurial spirit, and from your medical background? All of these things are viable, visible entities that you are. Look, girl, I don't have
And
a
don't
name.
forget, I have a sorority that's called Alpha Zeta
I
Kappa
know you
Sorority
started
Inc.
the sorority. I was gonna bring that up.
I do. I have a sorority, and it's for hair loss. Some people just join for sisterhood, but for all types of hair loss. Not only alopecia, whatever the hair loss you have, perms, braids, because all that can pull your hair out too. And some
Mm-hmm.
people just want that sisterhood.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what I would tell people is, first of all, find out who you are, and once you learn who you are, make sure God is telling you who you are. Because sometimes we look at ourselves and think we one way, and that's not who we really are. Let God cleanse you before you go out there and poison someone else. And I've done that before. Make sure you are equipped for this world because it's not easy. You're gonna get some no's. You're gonna get some yes. You're gonna get some maybes. You're gonna get some stares. But I just feel this way. As long as God got me, He gonna open up every door that I need to go through. Be yourself. Don't try to be no one else. Be yourself and who God has created you to be, because you never know what's out there that God has for you. But if you're trying to be Sandy and God saying, Tracy, I got this $1 million business for you, but because you're trying to be Sandy, you will never get that business because you're not being yourself. Be the unapologetical Sandy Marie Greene. That's who I am, and that's who I will say to people: be yourself. Don't apologize for who God has created you to be? Do you think people come to me negatively? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they looking at my past. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what my past look like anymore because I'm not there. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to allow anybody else to bring up my past to me. If God forgave me, what you say and do it don't matter. I don't allow people to bring up my past. I remember when. Well, I don't. Be yourself. Just keep telling yourself, I can, I can, I can, I can. Are you going to go through some bruises on the way? Yes. Get back up and keep on moving. Don't allow anything to stop you.
I appreciate you being on tonight. You're going to have to come back because I know the walk is going to be powerful. I
Mhm.
pray that you go to some of the mayors and make it bigger,
Thank
and
you.
have the purple t-shirts for the lupus people, the blue t-shirts for alopecia people, the pink t-shirts for the cancer people, and we all come together and just walk it out.
Yeah, walk it out.
Walk it out, baby. I think
Yes.
it'd be awesome. I look forward to you coming back on and telling us about it, and seeing you further down the road. I would love to talk to some of your alopecia sisters,
Yes.
and we can do up to 10 people on this show at one time.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am. I would love to talk to some of your organizational people. Uh,
Yes.
yes, ma'am. All at one time, and just talk it out and enjoy. Because like my slogan is, let's talk about it,
Let's
baby.
talk about it. Don't forget. Don't
Yes,
forget.
yes, yes. Thank
Thank you
you,
so
Sandy
much. It's an
Green.
honor.
Thank you, Sandy Marie Green, for Sandy Marie Green,
Yes.
Greene,
Yes, ma'am.
and Sandy Sandey
Yes, ma'am. That's
Marie
me.
Green.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you for coming on and being
You're
part of
welcome.
talking, keeping it real and honest. And thank you for bringing God into play in
Yes.
your life, and bringing him into your life and allowing him to let you blossom
Thank
into
you
the
so
woman
much.
that you are.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're a strong sister.
Thank
Got
you.
a lot going on, and I am very proud of you, Sandy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I can't, don't play. I may have to get an application for you to be part of your sorority.
Come on now. Come on.
Yes, yes, yes. You never
Thank
know.
you so much. I appreciate
Well,
everything you're doing.
this will
Again, if
be
it wasn't for you, ma'am.
oh, you honey, whatever I can do to bolster you and help you move forward in your life path, that's what Models Talk would do. That's what I would do as Zaharraa Geyhanna. I am here for you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Thank you for being on. We're ready to sign it off because we're in our last few little minutes, and it has been a pleasure and an honor. You have
Thank you.
a blessed week. You be safe out there. Take care of yourself. You know I love me some you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
we'll be talking soon, Miss Sandy Green.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is
Thank
your
you so much.
girl.
And next time I come on, we'll talk about the radio show as well.
Uh-oh. We got to talk about the radio show.
Yes. But
You,
we'll talk about that next time I come on.
okay, cool. So,
All right. Thank you so much.
okay, we'll talk soon. This is
Yes,
your girl,
ma'am.
Zaharraa Geyhanna with Models Talk, saying yes, yes, yes. Peace and love. All